Okay, and here we go again with another Age Buddies uh video. We're gonna be casting today. I ate banana. He's an Age Buddies member. He's playing in the red as the Tatars. And then the Mongols in the blue as his opponent over here. I don't know his name, so sorry, opponent. And yeah, so we're gonna do this little spotlight and see how his game goes. The uh, the way to do this, if you want your game viewed, um, or casted like I am right now for I Ate Banana, is to leave your rec in the Discord. There's a channel for it, and I can come in and cast your game. And I do know a little bit about this game, so it should be a fun game to watch and get up onto the YouTube. So um, looks like we've got Banana with a pretty good start. He's got his 6 villagers on food. He's got 3 on wood. He's bringing in his buffalo. His not his buffalo, his elephant. Has a nice scouting pattern here. So overall, really nice smooth start. Looks like it's an Arabia match as well. I like that. And now we're going to save all the rest of our buffalo, or bison, water buffalo. Yeah. So really nice. Really good, clean opening. And especially against the Mongols, you really need to have a strong early game because they can really take off and make you hurt too if you're playing Arabia. So this is an open map with his opponent going for probably scouts. I would just plant a small wall or a wall in a very conservative way. So maybe like walling here and walling to here down to the edge of the map would be good. Uh, but that would just be to save some wood. Um, Looks like Banana's gonna send to the uh, berry bush now, which is good. And let's take a second here and see what Blue is doing. Now, this is nothing Banana can control, but looks like we've got both of the elephants in for Blue. His scout is looking on the sides right now, so he's already looked at his full base. He's got a pretty open map. I would say it's pretty equally open and wallable. Maybe Banana's got a little better position on the front. Um, so maybe this hill here matters, but this is a really open front, so it's definitely worse off for Blue in that regard. But still, you can wall the sides pretty nicely, and then you only have to worry about the front. So it's really not a bad map at all for either player. And we do have both players uh, not really scouting each other, even though we have chickens. The idea with chicken maps is you should scout your opponent, but neither player has done that actually. Uh, Barely crossing crossing the midway part of their screens. So that's definitely something you should be doing if you're already on the way up to feudal. It'll help shape your plan. Like right now, Banana doesn't really know if he should get get his barracks down, or maybe he goes for a fast castle strat. I would say that's something that's missing from the gameplay in this timing of it. The sides are nice, but you should come back and do that after you see what your opponent's coming forward with or not. And Blue is coming with a stable, so that's something hopefully Banana is expecting or is preparing for. He's going more to wood now, so I think he knows he's going to be spending some wood here. He's not on gold, so I think yep, there's the barracks. We're gonna see some feudal play from both players in that case. So the scouting isn't needed per se. Both can kind of guess what the other will do. Um, and pretty close timing to perfect here if we get the stable down Blue. Oh, where's it going? Where's the stable? So I don't like this. This is too much walling. He's trying to take advantage of the wood line here, but he just needs to cut his losses and go here because you know you can still send someone from your TC forward to wall behind right here, but to get all the way up here would be really hard. You're gonna have to pull from the berries to do that, so I don't like that. Um, oh, we got a hit on the scout. Good job for Banana. But now his range is being scouted, so Banana's going for range option actually. Gonna play with archers in feudal. I'm curious to see what happens here. Looks like blue's gonna react with the range as well, so we're gonna go with skirms now from blue. They're both playing it better than I expected. They're 1050 each, as you can see down here in the corner, but well played, I would say. Sorry, I realized there's the logo. The Age Buddies logo's in the way here. Let's move that, I think. Put that back up here. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice up there. It looks a little framey. I'm not sure how it looks on the video. We'll see how it compresses. Maybe I'll adjust it. Maybe I'll make it more transparent. That might be nice, actually. It should just be there kind of as, you know, a hallmark to the group. And like I said earlier, Banana is part of this group. He is a new member. But we accept anyone who's got a friendly attitude, wants to improve at the game, or play with friends, play with teammates, play some team games, or play 1v1s and get some advice on how to improve your gameplay. So we've finally scout with our forces. We go through a hole, which blue didn't know was there, and right away we're in to do some damage. I think we get one Vil. Nope. We're gonna fight off the archers, rightfully so. I thought he would go for skirms too, by the way. I'm gonna turn that down a little much there. Okay, sorry. I think that's a nicer volume. It's not so poignant in the ears. Oh, did we get one Vil? Did we get him? Oh no, I don't think we get him. He's trying. He's trying. I love this effort. You're already in. You're gonna lose that archer. You should try to get the kill. And it's missed. 1 HP. Oh my goodness, that's tough. So that's that hurts there. Losing our army otherwise. And looks like we're finishing the walls up here too. We're walling in those chickens, so Banana can still take those. And how's it look from our situation here? So we've kind of lost everything forward. Our scout now knows that he's walled there. We see a good spot on the wood line. Oh, there's a hole. There's always a hole. Oh my goodness. That's nice. I'm not sure he's here. He is actively controlling this. Yep. Banana's like, nice hole. He's gonna get a kill. That's a good kill. And he's gonna get a weak one. He's gonna get a weak one. Oh. Oh. Are there any other weak ones? He's checking. He's checking. He doesn't see them. This is a really, really heads up play. So if you're at like 700, 800 elo and you want to learn how to get better, just go to Feudal Age and try to get kills with your scout. Like just go around, practice hovering, grabbing the Vils of your enemy to see what their HP is, and then move around and find other spots where he might be to attack. Like right here, you know, we don't know about this wood line yet, but if we did, maybe there's a weak Vil there. There's not in this case, but there's an isolated Vil all alone, and that's basically a weak Vil. There's actually a really fun saying that works for Age here, Age of Empires, and with Vils. Okay, if you have a scout and your enemy has one, well, one is none because you're gonna lose that fight to that scout every single time. And now you have no Vil. So 1 is none. 2, so 2 villagers or a spear in a Vil is 1. and that'll be a winning fight. So now Banana's got to pull back from his little adventure there. Looks like we did produce 4 or 5 archers in the background. But Blue is here. I'm curious if Blue's gonna come forward with any vills for a tower. We'll see if he hits on this wood line anyways. Looks like that's where he's scouting to hit. So there's also something else I'm noticing, by the way, which I'll talk about maybe after this action. Saving all of his vills, though, really good, but that's going to go down really quick. What you could do is put a gate the long ways, if you can learn how to rotate a gate. Which, if you don't know, if you're rotating a gate, if you're about to select a gate, you hold control, and then you scroll on your scroll wheel up or down, and it'll rotate the gate left or right, you know, clockwise or counterclockwise. And then you can place it there. But we did have enough archers actually produce, so you know, good job on the Banana to have that going in the background, still producing, and that's maybe a difference here from Blue. Really competitive game. Both players have about the same amount of villagers, but now just a better unit control from Banana is leading to a victory here. So that's good. And I think, what are the upgrades we have here? Let's see. Did we get, yeah, here they are. Yeah, we do have armor, but, oh, and looks like Blue did too. Good to know. One thing I was going to mention, which I noticed earlier, and we'll see with these holes here, and there's a hole that was here that is now being patched, is there's a tendency to not use gates just in general to let your units in and out. When he had his archers here, stuck here, I think he had to break a hole here in the wall to let this army in to come back it up over here. But if you just have a gate on your front, then that solves it. And I would honestly say the same thing about Blue here, because once you've got your units out here and they're out, it's really hard to get them back and to be able to back up where you need them to support, to wall them out. But there's another hole here from Blue. Blue definitely needs to work on his walling and checking for holes. So maybe Blue doesn't need a gate. He's got holes, but a gate would probably help him concentrate where those holes are. And really, really good job for Banana. I like that he's gone in here. Now that he's in here, he should really start thinking about Castle Age, and it looks like he's been thinking about it for a while. He's looking to save. Might sell some stone to click up, but I think he can just wait for it while he's doing this damage here. And yeah, this is just catastrophic work loss for for it. We've got a 24 to 14 KD from Banana this game. Eco is 5-0, so like really well played by him. I would say we could have done a little more on this. Blue did a good job to move his villager mass around here, but yeah, I think like right here you could stop and hit. But maybe he's just trying to leave now. Although I think the hole might be patched. Nope, still hole. Well, that's good. You can get these isolated vills, get the scurbs. And this is just a really well played game. Like this is now still competitive. Blue is actually up to Castle Age first. Banana finally clicks. And we've got a 40 to 38 eco difference here. So, you know, all of this idle time caused on Blue is probably more defeating morally, you know, morale-wise for him. But now Blue gets the clear up and only loses a couple vills from all of this pressure. So the game is not over. This definitely feels very close. You know, we see there's a higher score for Banana just because of the damage that Banana's been able to do. I think we're going to see that difference in res collected. Oh, actually, Blue is ahead in res collected. So even with all the idle time, is still managing to keep a better efficiency with their economy. So really, really interesting to know. Although something's happened with efficiency of your workers there, Mongols player. I think that's something like refreshing the lumber camp there could definitely increase, but I see blue is kind of in the same spot there, so maybe that's not quite the answer. Both up to castle, and archers are uh, now facing banana from blue. Good move to pull back your army. You want to wait, save your army, get your upgrades. You know, let them hit the walls a bit. But I think Banana needs to expect him to come here and needs to pre-wall. Looks like we're gonna see him run, so I like that already. You're just already thinking of abandoning this. Maybe you need to get a tower on this or another town center to protect the gold, because he's gonna get in. And this is the other issue: is you know how do you get your army in? You have to destroy a house and make that hole, and I think a gate is a really simple answer. But Banana is opting for Step Lancers, and Tatars is probably one of the better civs to play with against Mongols, because Mongols can raid you with Step Lancers, but Tatars get really good Step Lancers too. Actually, what's the upgrades here? So units deal 25% damage from higher elevation. That's not it at all. I don't actually know. Is there a special? Maybe there's no. Oh, there's unique text. That's what it is. Silk armor. So light horsemen and cavalry archers get plus melee. I guess there's no specific bonus for steps, but it's the right mix to add in with a bunch of archers here to help clear this little mass of archers. And when all of the archers are massed up, the steps do a really good job of poking that down together. So I really like that switch. It's a really nicely timed switch. He comes into it with 2 stables, so he can switch and produce quickly. And we've already got 1 attack upgrade. I think that's actually something you could do better, Banana, too. If you see this, is go for your armor first on cavalry first always. You go armor and then you go attack. Just because your weakness is attacks from ranged units like a bunch of expo. And looks like the hole does come in there for blue, because neither of these players want to use any gates. And Banana's gonna clear up this army that's spread out. So again, really good thing to do. If you're catching off guard parts of army that the enemy has split up, then you know you should kill it off before he regroups it and it fights together stronger. And right now in Castle Age, if you're bashing down the enemy, I think you bring forward a villager and you drop a siege workshop on one of these hills here. And then you can just shoot, you know, lay down pressure with mangonels onto these walls without their archers being able to do anything about it. Because that's the situation that Banana is in now. So you want to keep pressure on these production buildings. When people use their production buildings as part of the wall, you should definitely punish that. Like, I think that's a really smart play to go for it. You know, you could also attack here. The market is also a good building to go for. I like this though. Just spread out, do some damage. Here's some villagers. Where's the siege workshop gonna go? Right here, maybe? Maybe it goes down here. I'm not sure. But we're in with the steps. And let's see where we go with them. Looks like we're distracted with those vills. We should start building something with that, but we're kind of in an opportune moment to raid. And this is where having the armor is actually going to be better for you, because you can do better under the TC. You should not stand under that TC right now. He's got Bodkin, so it's going to be a pretty strong TC that's garrisoned. And, oh, looks like you're following him out. And boom, right into a town center. A massacre. This is exactly why you should raid. Always use your army. And you might just get something really lucky here. It's actually crazy, but Banana was behind in Vills. How's our idle TC time? Banana is actually leading in the idle TC time. He still is on 1 TC. So it just shows there's a better production of villagers coming from blue, but Banana just cleaned the entire TC full of villagers that was going to be coming up there. Yeah, we're losing our steps here. We need to get those upgrades in. I like that we're producing more, but we need the upgrades. And we have the Siege Workshop here. I'm glad that got down. And you know there's a TC here, so I would skip the wall. Just go for the TC. If there's a TC outside of a wall, then that player needs to have army to protect it. Otherwise, it's just a free TC to kill. If you guys ever see that, then you should go by those kinds of rules of if he's expanding outside of his walls, then he thinks he's got enough military to protect it, and you should challenge that question. But we are going to pressure this. I think any pressure is better than no pressure. So that's okay. I hope we change our focus and go for one of these TCs. But we're going to see the army here and very attentively switch targets on that. And looks like we're going to be following it this way. Yep, looks like we want to get a juicy splat on these guys. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, blue is very, very careful. But this is good. You're still taking down the production buildings that are actively producing for blue. Like, look, this is active harp. You just got rid of 2 crossbowmen. Well executed. Getting the cav in. What Banana did there, just to really quickly point it out, is he clicked over here to get his cav in close, and then they turned and started attacking. And that gave a lot more hits around on the side. And the surround actually just made it perfect for a nice splat too. So, and there's the victory. I should have waited 1 second and I didn't need to pause. But well played to Banana. So that still is a close game. Blue is actually still producing like a badass. But Banana just showed superior unit control that entire game. And definitely has some room to improve in terms of his idle TC time. And maybe at a certain point when you know you're doing enough damage, maybe you start killing this TC, then you add 2 TCs. Especially if you see that your opponent went 3 TC, at some point, if you're on 1 TC and you have a forward push, you need to add another TC while you're pushing, because if you lose this push, then you're going to be behind at least by 2 TCs worth of villagers being produced. And you know, blue has plenty food eco to keep that those 3 TCs booming. So that's definitely something else to consider. When you have full control like that too, that's where I would add a TC here, get on stone too. Then you can throw a castle down. I think that's a really smart way to do it. And then just keeping your wood up too. I don't know what happened with all of Blue's Woodvilles. I was gonna point to that. I guess they're done, but he's got a lot more wood villagers here working than Banana does, and I think that's a crucial thing, is getting a TC solely dedicated to producing wood villagers in Castle Age, because that's just the foundational resource you need to keep producing everything else in the game. But well played from Banana, and GG. And thank you for watching too. If you are interested in playing games like these, or interested in learning more about the Age Buddies group, you're welcome to at the Discord. But you can also just go to agebuddies.com, and that's got some information and a link to the Discord there as well. So thank you very much for watching, and until the next time.